she puts that down in front of the girl, and then she asks me for 20 euros. And I go, wait a second, what? 20 euros? And I didn't agree to pay 20 euros. She said, but you ordered the drink. And I said, yeah. And I thought it would be, my computer just went to sleep. There we go. Yeah, but I thought it would be like 4 euros. And she brings back the menu, and she shows me the side I looked at, and she flips it over. And she shows me the special section for the drinks that you buy for the girls who work at the club. And there's the 20 euro option, which I bought, and there's the 30 euro option, and the 40 euro, and the 50, and the 100, and the 150 euro option, and I'm starting to think, whoa, maybe these are more than drinks. Anyway, there's a moment where I think to myself, alright, and I'm very low on money at this point, or I wasn't actually low on money, but I hadn't been able to check my bank account in a very long time, and I didn't know how much money I had, and I had a sneaking suspicion that I was low on money. So I mean, aside from the principle of the thing, I really didn't want to part with 20 euros like that. So I have a moment where I'm like, alright, I can either stand up for myself and walk away, or I can pay this woman and then just try not to have sex with her. I looked around at the bar to see who else was still there, because I had this notion that they might try and keep me in the bar and to make me pay. And all of the other couples that were sitting at the bar have left, and I'm thinking, gee, I wonder where they've gone. And the whole time I'm thinking this, by the way, I'm drinking my Corona faster so I can finish more of it. And I will have put down her cigarette because I took it from her, and if I'm not going to engage her services, I don't feel like I should have any more of it. And I'd only taken like 2 drags, so I put it down, and I'm trying to finish off my Corona. And there's only one guy at the bar, and he's skinny and German, but he's dressed more or less exactly like the guy outside. And I think maybe he works here. Is he a bouncer? Is he going to try and keep me here? Is he just a customer? Does he care? And so eventually I look at him, and I swear the thought crosses my mind. Alright, I can take him. So I get up, and I leave, and I say thank you very much, but I'm fine. And I put down my Corona, 2 sips left in it, alas, and I turn and I walk around the bar and out through the 2 doors and out past the dude who doesn't say anything to me, and I leave. And as I'm leaving, the girl who was just complimenting me on my eyes and touching me on the shoulder and all that shouts after me, "Idiot! Asshole!" I'm like, gee, thanks. Okay. So I leave, and by now the red light district has completely woken up, and the place is full. So I turn and I start walking back towards my hostel. And at this point, I'm still walking on the sidewalk because I mean it's the sidewalk; it's made for walking on. Bad idea. A bunch of people start calling to me, trying to get me to go into their clubs, and one large woman actually grabs my wrist and starts pulling me towards the club, and I'm thinking, okay, I can either break out of her grip, that would be a very rude thing to do, and very confrontational and all that, or I could just go along into the club. So she pulls me into the club, and she sits me down at another bar, and another bartender comes over, and another girl sits next to me, and the bartender asks me if I want to buy a drink, and I say, you know what? No, I wouldn't. And the bartender looks confused, and she says, but that's how it all starts. And I go, yeah, I figured that out, actually. Thanks, I'm good. And I turn around and I leave, and the large woman grabs my arm again and starts trying to pull me in, but this time I do pull my hand out of her grasp, and I walk down. Now I'm walking in the street on the other side of the cars, and people are still shouting things at me, but I make it almost back to my hostel, and a guy leaves the door of the Sauna Club Triple X, just a couple of doors down from my hostel, and he starts crossing the street to intercept me, and I call out to him, and what are you trying to sell me? And I should have called out, and who are you trying to sell me? But unfortunately, I didn't think of it at the time. And he says to me, I'm not trying to sell. I make advertisements. I make advertisements. And I think, okay, well, that's one of the first honest things anyone said to me all night. Sure, why not? All hear is advertisement. And so I follow him back to the door of the Sauna Club, Triple X, and I'd only noticed that it was called that out of the corner of my eye, so his advertisement still rather took me by surprise. And he explains, um, or rather, and he starts making his advertising. He says, now it's free to, it's 10 euros to go in, and you don't have to go in to see the girls, but it's 10 euros to go in, and then you can stay in as long as you want. You can stay 2 hours, you can stay 3 hours. It doesn't matter. And the 10 euros gets you a sauna. It gets you into the sauna, and it gets you a locker, and you can use the showers, and you have a towel, and you can leave all of your stuff there. And around this time he says, but you don't need to pay to see the girls. And so he points over to a window set into the side and pulls it back. And I look in the window, and at this point I'm still thinking it's a strip club. I hadn't quite gotten the sauna connection in, and I couldn't actually see inside. So I'm kind of like leaning into the window, trying to see past the screen into the main door of the club, and suddenly up pops a naked girl. And I'm like, holy crap! Hi. And she was actually pretty cute, the cutest prostitute I met in Germany. And she and so there's much laughter at my jumping back in my startlement, and he proceeds to give me his sales pitch, and he says, it's 10 euros to go in, and you can stay in for as long as you want, and then if and when you decide you want sex, it's 5 euros for a blowjob for half an hour, and blowjob is with or without condom, sex is always with condom. I'm like, oh, that's nice, at least they're clean. And, and I'm not sure it was 5 euros, it might have been 15 euros, but I think it was 5 euros, and he starts going through like the 20 and the 30 and the 50 and 100 and 150 euro options, adding, more time and more holds. And I'm starting to be pretty sketched out at this point, so I go, you know what, thank you for your advertisement, but I'm fine, really. And I walk away, and he shouts after me, but why do you not come in? Ah, but you are afraid. And I'm like, yeah, I am kind of afraid, actually, thank you very much. And I make it to my hostel, which has the cunning plan of dealing with being in the red light district, of having 24-hour check-in, but keeping their door locked at all times, so you have to ring a bell to get in. Only I didn't know you had to ring a bell to get in, so I'm just pounding on the door like, please, God, let me in. And this guy comes around, and he pulls open the door, and he lets me in, and he points out the bell, and like, thank you. And I pay my 17 euro balance, and I go upstairs as quickly as I can, and I'd gotten a bed in a triple room, and by this point somebody else has moved into the room, and she's a college student from South Korea, and we have a conversation about how sketchy it is outside, and she gives me these things here, which says, let me turn it around, you see that, cracker sand with cheese cream. So that was fun. And yeah, so that is my my Frankfurt red light district story. Hope you liked it.